Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm hoping that all is well and everyone is okay. So, in this session, I'm gonna be taking you through what we call project quality management, which is one of the core pillars of project management when it comes to the project management triangle. As you know very well, we have what we call the project management triangle, which involves the scope, the time, as well as what? The cost, meaning that those three variables are very, very important when it comes to managing any information system project. So in this case, we realize that one of them, for example, if cost is altered, if you change the cost of the project, that means you have to adjust on the time as well as the scope. Yeah, obviously, because these three variables are what? Are intertwined. Therefore, the effect of one automatically causes an impact on the others. So that is why it is very important that we also now have a look at what a project quality management is. How do we manage and ensure that the project is delivered with the quality that is actually expected by the users? So that is why we are here to go through what we call the project quality management for this case. Yeah. So one of the learning objectives we need to know is to understand the importance of project quality management for information technology products and services. Yes, by all means, we also needed to define project quality management and understand how quality relates to various aspects of IT projects. Then also another objective would be to describe quality planning and its relationships to project scope management. Then we shall obviously discuss the importance. Why do we have to carry out what we call quality assurance every time we embark on managing any information system project? Then we shall obviously have a look at the main outputs of the quality control process. And then also we shall look at what we call understanding the tools, the techniques for quality control. Yeah, in this case, we shall be looking at tools like the 7 basic rules, where we have quality, statistical sampling, Six Sigma, as well as what? Testing. Then we shall summarize the contributions of the network of quality experts to modern what? Quality management. So another objective we shall have to look at will be describing how leadership, the cost of quality, organizational influences, expectations, talk about culture differences and maturity models that related to improving quality in all information system projects. Then we shall conclude by discussing how software can assist in project quality management, which means that will be practical session here. So why do you think as a project manager, why do you think as someone who has actually practiced information system project management, it is always important to have skills in project quality management? So you realize that we shall base much on what has happened in the past to determine the future, because projects are based on the previous practices, the previous techniques, the previous exercises to determine how far the existing projects can do what? Can go. So many people joke about the poor quality of IT products. Yeah, like this case that I cited here. Yeah, that we can extract from the information system project management book. So on those pages, then people seem to accept system being down occasionally or needing to reboot their computers all the time, but quality is very, very important in many IT and information system projects. So here, like in any other chapter, I have also included what we call the what went wrong, which is a case that you can go through, try to see. So here we are. We need to understand what project quality is. Now, this can be extracted from various sources, but one of those that are proved to be one of the best is the ISO, which is the International Organization for what? For Standardization. Actually, most people tend to confuse ISO as maybe International Standard for Organization, but it is actually International Organization for Standardization, which is basically an international body that regulates the quality of technology worldwide, you get, which is world. So now they defined quality as the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfills requirements. The degree, the level at which get the predefined characteristics fulfills the set requirements. That is according to what? To ISO. Yes. Then other experts have gone on to define quality based on, first of all, the conformance. The conformance to requirements, as in confirming to requirements, like agreeing to what? Meeting requirements, whereby the projects, processes, and products meet written specifications. Then some have gone on to define quality based on fitness for use. Once a product, once a software, once a system becomes fit to use, then for them, they consider that as one of the products that has actually attained a variable quality. So where they go on to say a product can be used as it was intended, so long as it can be used as it was intended, then that is regarded as what? Quality. For example, in case you wanted a system that you can use a book from the library and probably return it, then once the system achieves that, then for them that is what? Quality. Then after understanding quality, now we need to understand project quality management. So when we talk about project quality management, this is ensuring that the project will satisfy the needs for which it was undertaken. Remember, each and every project, in the beginning, we have to gather requirements from its intended what? Users. Yeah, using various techniques, talk about questionnaires, talk about interviews, quite a number of them. So now, meaning that, let's take a case of maybe an online voting system where you have gone to interact with maybe the voters, talk about the registrars, talk about maybe the government that is the stakeholder and so on. So in this case, when we talk about project quality management, this is to ensure that that particular project, our e-voting, will satisfy the needs for which it was undertaken. Yet, if we wanted to come up with a system that will allow registered voters to log in and then cast their vote, once the system performs that, then believe that is project quality management, you get. So it is also a process, like the way we have seen time management being a process, the way how we have seen scope management as a process. So even project quality management is also a process which includes planning quality. It also encompasses the performing quality assurance. Just a second, please, a second. Okay, yeah. I was telling you that project quality management is a process whereby it has steps that you have to go. That is, in case you're to manage quality on your education system project. Number one, you have to plan. You get that is, you have that particular step called planning. What? Just a second. Telling you that project quality ensure the project will satisfy the needs for which it was intended or undertaken. So, meaning that this is a process that starts with the project, planning, which is basically to identify which quality standards are relevant to the project and how to satisfy them. So basically, this is a metric, which is a standard for measuring what? Measuring parameters. So after you have set out a plan on how you want to achieve the quality on your project, then you are going to perform what we call the quality assurance. So quality assurance, for it is a repetitive kind of process or activity that you will continue doing every time you develop a project. Then you carry out what we call quality assurance. Like, it is a review. You try to evaluate the overall project performance to ensure the project will satisfy the relevant what? Quality standard. Meaning that you're going to keep testing, you're going to keep working with the system in line or ensure that it meets the set standards, so that the system reaches the end when it has what it was intended to. Then lastly, you have to perform what we call the quality control. So meaning that you have to set up particular parameters that the system must always do what? Meet. So performing quality control is when we monitor specific project results, ensure they comply with the relevant quality standards. For example, if like maybe you have a telecom company or a system that offers actually airtime, this means that a system is able to reward, is able to credit a certain line with airtime once a certain maybe digits or short code second. Yeah, I think I have lost you, but I'm guessing I'm back. So I was telling you that performing quality control, that means you're putting checks, yes, so that what you have agreed upon is always what? Is always met. Good. Network. Okay, so this is I think I need to show you something. I need to show you something regarding the project quality management process. Yeah, when we talk about This network seems to have issues, I think. Plan quality, like what I was trying to show you, the the way how you see like ATM machines. Yeah, ATM machines. When we talk about what's wrong with the network, allow me to first terminate this session to confirm if it is actually recording or it is misbehaving because of network. We're going to proceed, but let me first terminate this point.